Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be tinfoil hatting this or what, but this just got real interesting. Welcome to the Riot Stream. I'm your host, Big Iron Riot. And in this show, I talk about games, collectibles, comic books, Illuminati conspiracy theories. No, but one of my favorite series by far will always be Silent Hill, and as we follow this little rainbow trail of madness that is Silent Hill Ascension and its release, as we follow it down the Happy Trail, we find that it has been nothing but just shattered dreams and shattered memories. I did a thing. No, but as you can see, it's obviously become a thing. There's tons of videos I've already done. You can go back and watch them. They're in the description down below. But let's go on to phase 2, where I do believe Genvid, the wonderful company that invented this wonderful atrocity, has shown their final hand, their plan B, their ace in the hole, if you will. And it's starting to make a lot more sense now. But in order to do that, you have to turn back the clock. You see Behavior, the creators of Dead by Daylight, go and make their wonderful game and even do a cross promotion with Silent Hill. Okay, fine. Obviously, they're fans. They team up with Bad Robot Games, a newly founded company from J.J. Abrams himself. He decides to make a video game company and he enlists the help of Behavior to create Silent Hill Ascension along with Genvid. It's a triad of wonderful poop. That being said, here's what I'm thinking. This is where the tinfoil hat comes on, because I don't think this was supposed to be a game at all. I don't think this was supposed to be anything more than either a beta test or a experiment altogether in the next step to entertainment. You got to remember, the writer's strike came out, it was going on all but a damn year. Which the biggest focus was AI writing scripts and things like that, and the writers were losing their minds, and rightly so. They didn't want to lose their jobs. However, obviously Hollywood's thinking in the next phase of entertainment and how they're going to get butts and seats to watch movies and or their streaming services. But with every step of the way, the writers are making sure they don't make it too easy to just become obsolete. Makes sense. So they go on strike for about a year, and then they ask that Hollywood does not implement AI the way they're thinking of doing it. Basically, just replace the writer with AI. That was their request. Hollywood was like, and they got real 50-50 with it. Real shady business, you know what I mean? So, a year later, everything finally works out, and they make their agreements and their peace accords and everything like that, and it looks like AIs will not be implemented as long as a writer is established in the building. Now, I say that for this reason. They had to get a writer during this writer's strike to essentially get the job done, and that's all well and good. Well, they ended up hiring John Cerrito, and John Cerrito, I looked into his career, quote unquote, I guess. And the man's been an editor 4 different times and actually wrote for 3 different other movies or short films. I don't know how you want to put, actually short films, and that was kind of it. And he actually said something on Twitter that really stuck with me, because I've heard a few other staff members say this about Silent Hill Ascension, and it's the line, "Even I don't know how it will end." Now, fine, if there's multiple endings and it basically matters how the person votes or how the people vote in order to get your ending, and that's why I don't know how it'll end, I get that. But if I'm thinking in a very dangerous X-Files like territory, what if the writer just pumped a bunch of prompts inside of an AI and let them churn out responses and answers? What if every time you had something you voted on in Silent Hill Ascension, they simply plopped that prompt into an AI and it churned out a different outcome? What if every scene was put together, churned in, and processed by an AI prompt that led to a CG person talking in front of you based on a number of different variables you've already voted on along with you and your friends? What if every single person on an app decides they want a man to jump in a hole? How are they going to possibly animate and prepare for every decision made, even if it's the simplest one, going left or right? They have to plan an entire show around the idea that you went left or right. and they call it a game because you interact with it. They add little mini games into the app while you work on it, only so you can generate more influence points, what have you, or whatever. And you're probably going, Riot, why the hell would anyone go through that trouble? That sounds like the dumbest way to get anything done. It sounds like you're wearing a tinfoil hat. It sounds like you're one of the conspiracy theorists. Well, for today, I will be. For today, I'm actually going to think outside the box, because the next step is actually very, very easy. So after you have an AI that can essentially churn out different pathways that everybody has voted for, you're going to get there eventually. You're going to hit every single checkpoint, and you're going to keep doing it until a nice, custom, unique ending is built just for you that no other staff knows about. They don't know where the story is going to go, and I've heard Jacob say it, and I've heard this John Cerrito guy say it now. I don't even know how the story is going to end. That's because they don't. But you know what? It'll make a hell of a show, wouldn't it? Could you imagine if it was on Netflix or Tubi or, oh wait, just got word. Silent Hill Ascension is now a watchable show on Tubi and Sony's platform, the streaming platform right now. Without the games, without the app, you can watch it in an episodic format without making any decisions. Congrats. Anybody playing Silent Hill Ascension right now, you just invented a TV show or a new way to make a TV show. Genvid will absolutely take this idea and go to a franchise they did not destroy, and they will use a perfected version of what they've tried here. This is a beta test we've all participated in, and we didn't even know it. At first, I thought it was just them butchering Silent Hill, but as soon as I gave up on the idea that they had no idea what they were doing with Silent Hill, I understood what was happening. Just seeing it on Tubi and everything else just solidifies that, because the first thing I did was go into the video itself and see if you could even interact with it. I went over, I thought I was going to do like Bandersnatch on Netflix, and maybe you click a few things, or no, there's no need for that. You already have a show made for you, and it's made with the ideas and culmination of thoughts of every person who saw it, that was interested in Silent Hill, who said, you know what, I want this outcome to happen. So you get to watch the best possible outcome, in theory. Brought to you by Genvid. What? The process is simple. Get a franchise that everybody wants to return. Instant viewers. Step 2. Ask them what they want to see. Put it in the form of a vote, because if you ask the internet what they want to see, they're going to say outlandish shit. But if you make it simple and you say, hey, would you think it'd be cool if this girl ran over this puppy or robbed a liquor store? And everyone chose, that means out of these two decisions, you've chose the best one. Now, if you do this ad nauseum for the next 6 months, you could design the greatest show you've ever seen or never seen. This is the idea. Genvid is absolutely using every single fan as a guinea pig to try out their new bad robot technology. That's all this is. This is the way they're going to do Hollywood now. Why worry about writers? Why worry about buying writers because they're just making problems? You could just have people vote on the plot line for you. How good would that be? They could literally tell you what would be the best outcome. You'd get all the awards for the movies, and then eventually 20 years from now, you're just poking your phone going, I'd like to see a movie with this guy that does a thing, and then once that's all done, he does this other thing, and then he saves a day. Have enough people vote on it, you just made an Emmy award-winning movie. And you get to see it within 3 seconds because an AI conjured the CG for it. I'm done believing Silent Hill Ascension was going to do anything for the Silent Hill franchise. I stopped that train 2 weeks ago. I'm not even popping in to tell you, hey, Silent Hill's garbage. I'm here to tell you something else entirely. And that something else is, this is bullshit. It really is. There are people who paid for this app, man. They paid to see a movie. They paid to interact with a movie, and all they did was pay for admission to write it themselves. And it still sucked. Folks, that ends the video for me. I'm done. That's my last crackpot theory of the night. I'm gonna lose sleep over this, I'm certain, and everything like that. But if you like what I provide, if you like what I bring to the party, next to free beer and stuff like that, if you like the other stuff I bring to the party, like Silent Hill things and other game-related news, let me know. Pop in the comments. Better yet, like and subscribe. Better yet, go in the comments and find my Patreon link. Take a look there. You'll get all sorts of perks and add-ons and things like that, benefits, but I won't get into it here. You're just going to have to click the link to find out. Oh, but you do get this one thing where your name shows up right here. Oh, right here. Right here. This is the way. See? Not bad, huh? That's just one thing, though. Pop in a Patreon, take a look, and at least, tell me what you think. Give me some pointers and input and everything like that, because it is appreciated. I'm Big Iron Riot. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. You guys take care.